guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariah and here's my channel. I post lifestyle, university and physiotherapy related content. So if you're interested, make sure you subscribe and turn the notification bell or you never miss a video. So this week I've been doing orthopedic trauma, my first week of placement, and I thought I would give you a little review of the stuff I've gotten up to. So orthopedic trauma, the things I'm seeing mostly are people who have had knee replacement, hip replacements, and more like hip revisions, etc., or knee revisions, blah blah blah. There are obviously people on the ward who have like ACLs done and their shoulders done, etc. But I've been directed mostly towards the hips and the knees. Yes, I'm eating an apple. I've got to go to work after this video, so I'm trying to eat lunch while I'm filming. Well, not lunch, breakfast. Sorry. Yeah. No. Anyway, it's been very good. It's been a very fast week. So like, I've been writing down little reflections the whole time, and yes, in my YouTube book, because I knew I was going to make the video. But the week at first started very slow, because obviously, you know, on like your first day, you don't know where things are, etc., and that you're kind of shadowing because you have to be showing the ropes. It was kind of that on the first day, and like things like, so if you do physio, you know about like the new placement thing called the CPAF. Well, we knew that we had a link that we had to send to our educator, but the university never basically told us what it was, or that we had to do stuff before placement. And yeah, people would be like, but you could have searched that yourself. Yeah, but also we did just come off back-to-back exams to then jump straight into placement whilst still doing an essay at the same time, so didn't really have the time. But yeah, so I don't really like that on the first day. It has nothing to do with placements fault. It's just more the fact that like, because we weren't told what we had to come prepared with, I felt like, personally, I felt like I looked stupid, and I don't appreciate that. Like, I'd rather have the whole picture and then not, you know, read into the full picture. I make myself look stupid anyway. But we got past that and realised actually it wasn't just us two, because me and one of my classmates go to the same placement. Well, there's 3 of us on the same placement, but me and one of my classmates were in the same ward. And basically they came to the realisation that it's not just us, the people before us from UOB have had the exact same issues, like they haven't been told about said things. So, yay. But anyway, that was the first day. We got past that. They helped us understand what CPAF is and like gave us worksheets of stuff to go through. It was very good. Like general worksheets with like orthopedic terms, like questions on the main surgeries, stuff like that, and like surgical terms as well. So it's like been very helpful. We've been working through that very slowly. I'm gonna work on that more next week, because we got time. Plus it's gonna be the Jubilee weekend. Hey, bank holiday. Anyway, so that was like day 1. Day 2, you know, like fit mask testing. If you don't know fit mask testing, you're lucky to an extent. I mean, the fit mask testing wasn't that bad. It's just more like the stories that I've heard from people when they did their fit mask testing, where they're like, you have to smell this and then inhale that. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was kind of dodging it, because like for nursing placement, quite a few people had to do fit mask testing, whereas I didn't have to do it. I wasn't asked to do it, so I didn't do it. And this time I did it. I think I did pretty good. I mean, the guy said I did pretty good. I mean, I passed on 2 masks. I don't know why I'm bragging to you like that means anything to you guys. But anyway, so I had to do fit mask testing on my second day. And then I got to see like more patients do things. Like in terms of got to watch other people with patients. I got to follow and little bit more supervision. Like, I mean, little, yeah. Not supervision. Shadowing. A little bit more shadowing. Of patients, because the first day we also got to leave early because it was kind of just like, okay, well, I can't let you do patient stuff because you don't know what you're doing and it's your first day. And we got to do a lot of paperwork, and they were saying on that ward at the start of the week it's kind of slower in comparison towards the end of the week, and trust me, they were right. But yeah, and then anyway, so we shadowed one of the lead physios with this patient, lovely guy. And like, they were like, okay, we're gonna do bed exercises. So we did bed exercises with him. And long story short, we went to get him out of bed. And he was like, yeah, I feel good, I feel good. Boom, dizzy fainted. I was like, cool. So we're like, oh, shit, he fainted. Called emergency bell and all that. So again, in this situation, you know how if you haven't seen my nursing story, I experienced an emergency bell there. And if you watch the video, you hear how I responded. Well, this time, I responded different to how I responded there. And it was an interesting scenario to look at, like what role I would play, and little things that do, like you would do, like not just pulling the bell, but like lifting the legs, and like what how many liters of oxygen you rack it up to, stuff like that. I found very interesting learning about that. So on that day, I got to see 2 patients, one male, one female, both hip replacements. And then I've also got down here, soap notes. That was also one thing that I haven't been taught at uni. I'd heard the term soap notes before, and so when they're like, oh, do you know to write soap notes? No, because I don't know what each, letter or the abbreviation stands for. So that was a bit annoying not knowing that, because most of the unis I've spoken to, people have been taught that at uni, so. But anyway, now I'm better at those, and because like the second day, didn't get to like writing people's actual notes, but it was like, oh, write me a draft soap note. You know what I mean? Like write that draft on a separate paper, and then I see how it is, and then maybe you could write it in the book, and I'll sign it off. So I was working on that, like I literally came back from placement and I was looking up the term soap notes, like writing fake drafts and all of that. Which leads me to day 3. Oh, forgot, at the end of day 2, I did get to see a shoulder actually. I got to see a shoulder. It was more just like seeing them put a sling on the person. I didn't get to see like any x-rays or any exercises for the shoulder. But they had like nice little booklets that they let us do, like exercises with them before. So it's not too bad. It's really nice in that sense. But day 3 was also pretty good. There were like questions on some of the terms that we were given to learn, etc. And yeah, I got to shadow my classmate with a patient, and then after that I was given my own 2 patients that I had to then do bed exercise with them, because I'm not allowed to like get them up out of bed and mobilize them by myself, like if they're not at that stage. Basically I need someone there just in case, obviously, because I'm not qualified or like at that level. But anyway, that makes sense. So she got to see a lady, and we were doing bed exercises with her. And you just kind of see how it is to communicate with different patients. So, like that lady was in a lot of pain, for example, and it's just like, okay, how do you communicate with her? Do you do things slowly to ease the pain, or do you just rip off the band-aid and get it out of the way type thing? And then the second patient I got to see, like, well, second patient was my first patient independently, and it was a total knee replacement, and it was day 1, and it was like doing bed exercises, getting them on a walking frame with help, obviously, from our physio. I also got to see another knee, and these 2 people that I got to see on the 3rd day are the 2 people that like I followed through. Like it's like kind of rewarding being the person that you like, when you look in someone's notes and you know that you were the one who saw them first post-op, and that you were the one who has like signed their notes consistently. Obviously with the notes being signed above my, like, basically I signed the notes and then the other physio signs the notes, because my signature's not enough, it doesn't carry enough weight. But it's like nice knowing that, like, I'm the main one writing up in here. It's kind of nice. So got to do exercises with them, and that was really nice, and they were really lovely guys, really lovely guys. So like day 4, my main focus was like getting my soap notes better, and like working on my communication when it comes to doing the exercises, because independently I feel like I can, obviously if I'm the only one in the room, I can have a conversation with the patient, being like, hi, my name's Brad, have a nice conversation with them, do the bed exercises, blah blah blah. I feel like the moment someone else comes in the room, I kind of like step back to an extent, so they can like focus on, and let them take the lead. So it's like, I kind of need to work on that, but I'm not going to talk over a physio, like an actual qualified physio. It's just not, unless they ask me to do it. It's just, I feel like for me, it's just, ooh, girl, stay in your lane. But yeah. As I said, day 4, my main focus was like focusing on my soap notes, making them better, making them shorter. Because at first I did them more like sentences, and then like she was kind of just like my educator, one of them. She was like, no, we don't want sentences. We want straight to the point. Like, yeah, S, we got consent, red notes, blah. Not, I got consent, then I opened the notes and I saw blah blah blah. It's like, no, consent, notes, new score, blah. Like, type of stuff, like that. So I want it like that. So that was day 4. Day 4 was very good. Like, I helped those 2 guys progress from the Zimmer frame to crutches, and that was really nice. And then I was like, you guys are good, you guys are good. I think you're gonna be able to do the stair assessment, because they had the knee and like So you use stair assessment with people who have stairs in their house. So the steps of things, I should explain this at the start, is you see them, you do their bed exercises with them depending on whether they have hip, knee in my case. I do certain bed exercises with them depending on how they react to it. It's like, okay, maybe, and depending on what your obs are, maybe I can get you sitting up. And then we get them sitting up, get them mobilizing, because that's the important thing. You want to get them mobilizing. You either get them mobilizing on a frame, whether it's just to sit on the chair, walk around the bay a little bit. You get them doing that. And then it's like, okay, let's see how your gait is on the frame. Maybe we can progress you to crutches, or if you have the balance for sticks, if that's what you're accustomed to, so we'll progress you to that. And then when it gets to that stage where we think their gait's good and they're getting that amount of degrees of flexion that will be required for stairs or for like safety to be stable, then it's like, okay, I think you're ready for a stair assessment. Once they pass the stair assessment, we discharge them from the physios. And then, you know, if they're medically fit and everybody else has discharged them, they can go home and they receive physio as an outpatient thing. So that's what happened to me on Friday. The only reason I'm like, is because there's those two patients that I saw on their first day post-op. I got to follow them through doing the bed exercises, putting them on crutches, and then doing the stair assessment. And I was like, I'm so proud. You're doing the stairs. Like, you know, I don't know. You see, my friend, when I said that to my friend was just like, you're going to react like that now, but by the end of your degree, you're going to be like you're not going to be as attached. And I'm like, yeah, true, probably. But it's just, it's nice. It's nice, you know, knowing that you played a role in that. And it's nice when they're like, you're like, oh, I'm going to refer you to outpatients. So when you go home, you can come back in for outpatients. And they're like, I'll see you there. You're like, you won't see me. I'm only here for 4 weeks. Like, it's work. It's one of those things. But that was basically my first week. Next week, I think the only thing I have to do for next week is I have to write up my objectives, because that's something I was meant to do from before I started the placements, but I was not informed of that. Thanks, uni. So I have to write out my objectives, but we've spoken through that with my educator because we had a meeting about that. And then I'm hoping, maybe not next week because next week's a short week. I'm hoping the following week I get to see a surgery. Like, I'll absolutely love that. But I hope you enjoyed my first week review, and I'll be back with you guys with a overall placement review, since this one's only 4 weeks. And then we'll get on with my next physio placement, which I have found out now. And I'll explain to you what it is in another video when I understand a little bit more myself about what it is.